Today we are going to be opening up the Moto X Pure Edition. This is the phone that came out in 2015. Luckily everything inside is pretty straightforward. I'll be walking you through the whole process. On the back of the phone here there is a SIM card tray that also holds the SD card. Just put your little SIM card tool in there, and then right here next to that tray there's a little hole. And if you stick your SIM card removal tool in that hole, it'll start removing the back of the phone from the housing. Once I had that little corner up, I slipped a card in there. I found that the glue was very strong though, and I ended up dropping the card and just using my hands to pull it away from the phone body. I have heard of people using heat to soften the glue, and that would make it a little bit easier to pull away from the body, but there's not a whole lot that can go wrong here. I will show you a few ribbon cables you have to avoid here in a second, but basically all you're doing is pulling away the back panel from the phone itself. Make sure you do watch out for these orange cables underneath though. If you tear those, you will lose your volume and power buttons, which are pretty darn important. You can see all the adhesive that is holding back the plastic panel onto the phone itself. Once the plastic panel is pulled away from the phone, you can see all the excess glue. You can remove this if you want. It'll probably make it a little bit easier to put the back on when you're done. I will be linking all of the tools you'll need for this project down in the video description below. There are 20 screws here that are all size T4. Once you remove all those screws, there are a couple ribbon cables that you have to pop out, as well as this little plastic camera shield. And then down here there's these pull tabs. These pull tabs make it extraordinarily easy to remove the battery from the inside of the device. So pull these tabs. If you pull them out horizontal with the phone, it'll make it so that the battery is not stuck to the back panel anymore. When you pull on this adhesive, it becomes unsticky and just slides out from the back of the phone. Here's how to unplug the battery. Sometimes this will solve any software issues. So instead of unscrewing the back panel and releasing the battery, you can just unplug the battery and see if it'll solve any of your software problems. After the battery's unplugged, you can lift off the back panel. Before we jump onto the motherboard, let me show you a little bit about the back panel. Flipping it over, and you can see how easily the battery just pops away from the back. Since we've already removed those pull tabs, you can see that the NFC connector right there on top of the battery as well. I'm just going to pop that off. And there's the battery. Here are the volume ribbon cable connections, as well as the LED, the dual LED flash, and they just plug down onto the motherboard with this little waffle connector right there. Just like a little Lego, snaps onto the phone and snaps off. Pretty straightforward. Here's the headphone jack. Pretty common with Motorola to have the little pins that just rest on top of the motherboard, and that's how the headphone jack receives its communication. So if you ever have anything, get stuck in there, or dirt or grime or anything like that, it's pretty easy to clean out. Just pops away from the back panel. So here's a little ribbon cable for the rear-facing camera. It is 21 megapixels. Just has a little latch that you unlatch, and then you can slide the camera out from this little connection. Here's a little circuit board on top of the SIM card and SD card tray. Just unlatch that from the motherboard just like a little Lego. Here's the front-facing camera. Also has that same Lego connection. It is a 5 megapixel camera. And then here's the vibrator motor. I thought this was interesting. It has the dual vibrations on either side. And they're different sizes, so it gives you a more full vibration because it has a small and a larger side, similar to one of the Xbox controllers. Here's one of the screen ribbon cables. I'm just going to remove the tape, flip up the latch, and that'll let the ribbon cable slide out of its little slot. And then there's one more screw down at the bottom of the phone that's holding the motherboard into place. So we're going to remove that, and then that lets the bottom of the motherboard slide up and the top of the motherboard pop out of its little connection on the frame for the screen. So here's the screen. This is the part that you want to buy if your LCD is black or if you have a crack in your glass of the screen. Motorola has been good in the past about selling the screen that is already attached to the frame of the screen, so it's pretty easy to install once you have this particular part. If you buy a screen that does not have the frame installed, you'll have to remove the plastic frame from your old screen and install it on the new one, usually using heat and a bunch of pry tools, but it is much easier if you buy the screen with the frame intact. Here's the motherboard again with the charging port down at the bottom. The charging port is not replaceable, which is unfortunate. Usually charging ports are one of the first things that go out on a cell phone, besides a cracked screen. Putting it all back together, the motherboard does have that one screw at the bottom. Go ahead and screw that into place, and then get the circuit board that rests on top of the SIM card tray. Plug that in, you'll feel it snap into place. Here's a close-up shot of the ribbon cable connector for the screen. We're just going to slide it into a little plug and then latch the black plastic part down, and that holds it into place. Has the same exact connection as the rear-facing camera. I'm going to latch that down, and then we're going to put the tape back onto it as well. The tape just makes sure that the latch does stay down and keeps any debris away from those connections. We don't want anything shorting out while you're using the phone. Getting the front camera back into place, latching it down with a little Lego connector, and then sliding the battery back in as well. You can put a little piece of double-sided tape in there to hold it down if you'd like. putting the NFC back on top of the battery, and then laying the back panel back on top of the phone. Pretty straightforward. Clamp it into place all around the edges, and then make sure the battery is plugged back in, as well as a little rubber protective piece on the top of that as well. And then here's the little connector for the power button and volume buttons. So once that's connected, everything should be done. And I'm going to test the phone before I put the 20 screws back into place. Everything looks like it went smoothly. The phone is turning on and it vibrated. I'm going to go ahead and take all of those 20 T4 screws and put those back into place. Now the back panel is pretty easy as well. If your new back panel didn't come with any adhesive, you can just take double-sided tape, put it around the outside. The more the better. Just make sure you don't put any adhesive that will rest on top of the ribbon cables for the volume and power buttons. Otherwise, next time you take off the back of your phone, it'll rip those right off and render your phone unusable. Thanks a ton for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it or if you learned something, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you around.